Hey guys, welcome to Shop Talk with Calvin
and Jax.
We are here in Crazy Squirrel Game Store in Fresno, California, which is also owned by
Jax.
We're right across the street from my escape room, Next Gen Escape, located also in Fresno. I don't know why I'm giving them double information.
It's corner of First and Knees for everybody.
There
How
we
about
go.
that? There you go.
Well, welcome to Shop Talk, where we talk shop.
We talk a lot of shop.
Talk a lot of shop. There's one thing that I don't talk with people enough about, and it is shops. I love Shop Talk. I know that we say that a lot right now in the last 30 seconds, but to be honest with you, there's lots of different subjects that I feel like we both can touch on.
Well, and part of it too is like I've been in business for 15 years, and you've been in business 4 or 5?
About six.
So we're coming at it from different angles and different stores, and I think that'll be great because I do love talking business with people. Anything that's kind of nerd adjacent is fun, right? So that's why we wanted to get together and do this, because we run 2 very different businesses, but attract kind of the same customers sometimes.
There's a large Venn diagram, and there's a large crossover. It's not the exact same.
No, it's not the
I
exact
wish
same.
it was. That would make our lives way easier.
Yeah.
But there's a large overlap. I think in 2024, we did an escape room in this very room.
We did,
which was very fun. That was very cool.
It was the first time that we had done something like that at the store, and it was really interesting to see how you guys go through your process. And then how we made it happen here. And it was great. I think it was the beginning of a really good relationship then.
It was awesome. That kind of gave us the idea to actually move from where we were located at Shaw and 6th.
Yeah.
Kind of in the middle of business nowhere. And we were like, hey, there's actually people who come here that want to like do fun things. I thought that was so awesome.
yeah, because we're basically a retail game store. So that means I have about 2,000 square feet of straight retail. We sell anything in the tabletop gaming industry that we think people are going to enjoy here. And then I also have about 2,000 square feet of play space. We have a nice big open space where about 60 people can sit. And then we've got 4 private rooms. This is one of them. They all have like TVs with Chromecasts and stuff on it. So it's almost a third space for a lot of people. We tend
it's
to
definitely a community hub, I would think, for a lot of people. They view it as a third space, and they come here almost every day. Some of them.
I have some people that show up almost every day. Yeah, and a lot of people show up weekly, right? And then we see all their moms and grandmas during the holiday season. So it is a great way to do.
I always love it whenever a mom or grandma shows up, because that means that they're going to be helping out somebody else and making someone else very, very happy. So I am super down whenever we get a family together like that, making them happy like that.
And that's probably one of the best parts of our jobs, right, is we make people happy. They don't see us paddling so quickly under the water as we're just trying to stay afloat, but we do end up making people happy.
We do make people happy. We struggle along the way, but I think that for a lot of jobs, it can be quite the struggle when you know that at the end of the day you're going to make someone upset, or I think it's very unique in that everyone, when they leave either of our shops, should be leaving for the better and happier for the.
Yeah, I used to work in newspapers, so I did my best work on somebody else's worst day, which is great, and it's a valuable job. But now I get to focus on making people happy, and the people I can't make happy don't want to be happy anyway. So there you go.
They can move on.
Yeah. So we're just on this podcast. We're going to talk about various aspects of business, right, and how it affects us individually as business owners, and how it affects our crowd, that kind of stuff. That's the point of the podcast?
I think that's the entire point of the podcast. Hopefully that sounds interesting to you.
Yeah.
And if it is, we'll see you on the next episode.
Yeah, it should be good. And then, so I've got our little list here of this. So we're going to talk about that, and then we're calling the podcast Shop Talk. And the reason why we're calling the podcast Shop Talk, not just because we like to talk business, but I play bass in a band, and the band name is No Shop Talk, because the rule is don't talk about work when you're in band. So this is where I have my freedom to talk about work, and probably not going to see a lot of bass playing here.
Very little bass.
Very little.
Maybe we'll get it for the intro. Who knows?
Maybe
we'll get it for the outro. Who knows?
It is good. But this is what we're trying. We're trying the tech. We're trying to be together. I think that'll be a fun ride.
I think it's going to be cool. Just collaborating and talking a little bit more about what we really love, and that's making people happy through our very unique enterprises. With our escape rooms doing story-based escape game play, it's very unique and different, and much like how you guys, I would argue, are a very different game store than what I would probably typically think of. With that emphasis on being the third space of getting so many different people together consistently on a weekly basis. Very impressive. For us, we try to really focus on differentiating ourselves the only way which we know how, and that's to tell like our own unique, interesting stories. I try to focus on making everything as much as we can in-house, or at least telling as unique in-house stories as we can. We've been doing this for about 6 years, and me and my wife Kiara have been making, I think, over a dozen, maybe close to 24 different escape rooms in different iterations. Some big, some small, some 10 minutes, and some have been for a few hours in length. And so we have lots of different experience making different capacity games for different players. I feel like that definitely gives an interesting perspective as opposed to maybe a traditional game designer. We get immediate feedback from our players as soon as we talk to them. And while it's great to talk with them about the games themselves, I never get the chance to really talk shop with people behind the scenes of like the actual financials or like the business breakdown of how do we go about it? How do we handle discounts, for example?
Exactly.
It's something that it's not really appropriate to talk with with one of your customers. I feel. Maybe you can't go into the actual like details.
You're not going to go into the math, and you have to handle it much more gently
with
at
grace.
The front counter when you're talking in public about discounting. But one of the things I love about Next Gen is that your rooms are story building. Like you can go in and level up in one of your rooms, so there's a reason to play things differently each time, which I just don't see a lot of other escape rooms doing. So there's repeat business is important to any business.
Our Bloated Toad room is honestly, I haven't seen any other escape room like it. And the fact that you are encouraged to play it multiple times. And the fact that you can multi-class in a way each time that you play, you choose a different character. I haven't really fully seen that all wrapped up in a neat package. And we also have our traditional escape room experiences too, but the Toad itself is very, very unique, I think.
I love the fact that it's just the Toad. Right? Because I'm the squirrel, you're the toad. We're little woodland creatures.
I think the animals, they all work together. I'm glad that they're all friends.
Exactly. But that's going to be the gist of the podcast. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. We hope you all join us along the ride.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time, hopefully.